I'm closing the top of the raindrop. I'm keeping the game in the headlock. When throw it blind in my dreadlock. In the end zone with the mad dot. One phone call, get it dead stop. I feel like I own the season. Say one thing, just give me a reason. Know you're mad, I'm undefeated. Top dog, making it even. Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no off. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm lit it. I know that you're trying to go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Made it, kill it, and did it again. But the intent, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
Hey, everybody, it's the coach. This is Madden Football on...
Thank you, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Oakland, California. Today, it's a matchup in the AFC West between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Oakland Raiders. Short boot, take it at the 21. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line.
Let's go!
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Got his man, that's Tyrell Williams. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
Well, partner, it's pretty simple. One thing you don't want to see defensively, on the very first snap of the game, some guy running free like we just saw there.
Heck of a start for this offense, no doubt. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Carr's throw here caught by Williams. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. And the offensive starters here for the Raiders.
And the big key is going to be how can these wideouts create separation from the defensive backs, because we've seen some early success in the passing game in this one, and that's going to need to continue.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. For these Raiders and quarterback Derek Carr, the Chiefs, they have been their kryptonite in the AFC West. With Derek Carr as a starter, just 2-8 against KC, 2-6 before Mahomes became the starter. So the road not likely to get any easier anytime soon. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
From the 17, Carr. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. They come up now, 3rd and 5, following the incomplete pass. Shotgun now for Carr. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. From 17 yards out, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, that's how they envisioned it, get the football to start the game and score it.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 22.
Check 31, check 31, check 13, check 13.
Mahomes going to throw. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first. The numbers for Travis Kelce last week. 6 catches, 120 yards even.
When you turn in good, consistent performances each and every week, you will rank in the top 10 in the league in receiving yards, and he's number 7 currently, hoping to move up as time goes on.
Mahomes dropping one to Williams here. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Yellow. Go on, Eddie. 15.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. And a return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. Not that time for Watkins.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Don't get nervous.
Now the first-round pick from Alabama, Josh Jacobs. North of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good, too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
Here we go. Here we go.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs.
Let's go.
From the gun, it's Carr. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down. 2nd year in Oakland for Waller after being signed off the Ravens practice squad, but only 6 catches, 75 yards a season ago. Then he got a lot of hype in the offseason following OTAs. Their offensive coordinators saying, Darren, you have that position. Coach Gruden went as far as to say, Darren, you have the chance of a lifetime here. Well, now it's time for Darren Waller to go out there and prove it. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Throwing again on 2nd down. Carr. He'll find his running back here, Richard. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. Able to find Waller. That's complete. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland first down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Carl come up here with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Into the red zone, it's Carr. It's caught by Aguilar. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Throwing now is Carr. And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. But call it luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill, or the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's up.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. So they've had 2 drives, and he's had the 2 receiving touchdowns.
And how about a game plan where you decide to force feed or feature someone, and it works? First 2 drives, as you noted, end up in touchdown passes. I think they're going to keep going to them until the defense makes any kind of an adjustment.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. A reminder coming up later tonight, Sunday Night Football, a good one from Atlanta. Eagles and Falcons, 8:20 Eastern. And then tomorrow on Monday Night Football, Odell Beckham back in New York, back in MetLife Stadium. Browns and Jets, 8:15 Eastern on Monday night. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say, we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Now on 2nd and 13. Mahomes got his man. That's Mecole Hardman, the rookie. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs first down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
On first down, it's Williams. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Right now, I'm just wondering where they turn on offense, Charles. I know we're not in the fourth quarter, but second quarter haven't scored and struggling to move the ball.
I don't think they abandoned the run game totally, but maybe you change up your tempos. Maybe you go a little bit faster, try and catch them back on their heels a little bit to try and accomplish what you want to get done.
A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his second week of the regular season. Mahomes firing complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 44-yard line.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
Mahomes now on first down. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Hey, Riblin, Riblin.
Looking to throw is Mahomes toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Mecole Hardman, the intended target, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but holding. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Damian Williams, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdowns scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. Then they just have to see how the season unfolds.
Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
They got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you're trying to throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
Derek Carr and the Raiders set for their next possession. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence. Does a great deal for your team. Gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first-half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration.
Terrific running there to start the drive, as that's going to go for 15 and a quick first down as well. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Operating from the gun. Carr completes it to Aguilar. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Carr. He'll swing this one out to Richard. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, Carr. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Chris Jones coming right up the gut. Gets in there for a loss of 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sacks. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the 3rd quarter. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20, as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit, as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Mahomes. It's Hill, complete. That one covers 29 yards, first down. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Here's Mahomes to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Malik Collins. What an effort from him on that play. Big tackle for a loss of 11. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Throwing on second and long. Mahomes completes it to Hardman. Hardman, the second-round pick out of Georgia, really showcased his speed at the Combine, running a 4.3 340, and should help give Patrick Mahomes another versatile playmaker to work with at the receiver position. A good chance this is four-down territory if they're unable to convert, but right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Got a man, it's complete. Williams loses the football, and the Raiders pick it up. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. Carr defers to Jacobs on the draw. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
Carr going to throw. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. That all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Third touchdown pass now for Derek Carr. And the Raiders take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team.
Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Maurice Hurst forced his way through, drops him for a loss of 10 yards.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done.
25, check 25, check 25. Whip. Watch the whip.
Mahomes now to throw. Dancing to his left. It's Kelsey on the grab. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. 22 yards there, a first down.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On play action, it's Mahomes. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. Mahomes finding Hill for a big play. 56 yards. Now, we know this offense has the potential to strike quickly, and they just bit off 2 huge plays on back-to-back snaps.
So on the other side of the ball, you've got to go Band of Brothers thought process. No one left behind, no pointing fingers, no accusations, because if you don't, those quick strikes we just saw, they become long-lasting.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
On 2nd and goal, standing alone in the backfield is Williams.
Under 10. Under, yo, go. Lucky.
They get it to him running left. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
43.
They'll run it with Williams. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Damian Williams, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, as they're now just an extra point away from getting back within 1 score. Able to punch it in on 3rd down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
And that almost makes it a brand-new ballgame. Now it's a 1-score affair after they get the 2.
And you have to know they were holding their breath on the 2-point play because they had to have it to get it within the range that you just talked about. Dialed up their 2-point play. It worked. Now they're feeling like they've got a shot at this one.
And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. And they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that. But the rushing game, almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
A gain of 3, 2nd down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. We have played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in the East Bay. It's the Raiders with the lead and the football here as we get ready to start quarter number 4. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards the pickup there. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Carr. That's caught by Waller out left side. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 35. Defensively, they're okay with that. Short little route, tackle him inbounds. Okay.
All right, cliche alert. It's time for someone to make a play because they've got to have something bigger downfield. They can't just take what they give them. They've got to force it and make something big happen for them.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage. I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. Here's Carr. Throw right side, going to be caught by Waller. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Give him 12 yards that time at an Oakland first down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. The sack comes from Anthony Hitchens.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Throwing on second and long. Carr. And that's incomplete.
I know you're thinking it, but I'll just go ahead and say it. To give you an idea of how sharp he's been in this game, just his second incompletion, and we're in the fourth quarter.
He has been locked in, laser-focused all throughout this one, hasn't he?
Certainly has, and he's gotten some help from his receivers as well. They also are locked in.
Yeah, the drops have been at a bare minimum. To throw, it's Carr. Drops this off to Richard. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a fourth down.
Well, that's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They're looking at a fourth down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life. The kick by Carlson is good, and that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a two-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
Here comes Mahomes and the Chiefs. Down 24-14. A minute 52 to play. They'll need a score here and also likely an onside kick recovery, but first things first. First and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10.
Switch, switch, switch. Yellow.
Mahomes to throw. Being chased out left. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with second and a yard.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable second and short.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. To throw is Mahomes, fighting to stay upright. And a big loss here as he's taken down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
Whenever you see a team deciding to throw the ball on 3rd and 1, As a defensive player, my mindset is we've got them now, and that's why they dialed up the blitz and got after them.
But occasionally, you want to pass it on 3rd and 1. I mean, not a lot for sure, but sometimes just to keep the defense guessing.
Oh, no doubt. You want to break tendencies as you go along with the game because you don't want them to just say, oh, 3rd and 1, we know exactly what they're going to do. But in this situation, as an offensive lineman, as a running back, I'd want to know why I didn't get the football.
Yellow, yellow. Let's go, Lou, lady. Switch up, switch up. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Get the yellow, 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 yellow. Mike 42. Mike, we're ready.
Back to throw. Mahomes. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Watch twist. 43. 43.
Now Mahomes. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 19. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. Whether it's a touchdown or a field goal, whatever it is, they need to score quickly here on first down. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. He was looking again for Kelsey there on that play, and that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Throwing now is Mahomes. And this is caught, so it's a late touchdown, but maybe too late. Still a little time left on the clock, however.
Honey, I dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the